Gout Gout just ran 19.67 seconds in the 200 meters. He is 18 years old. That time is faster than Usain Bolt ever ran at the same age. And instead of simply celebrating, Bolt stepped forward and said something that every person watching this kid needs to hear. Because what Bolt told Gout Gout is not just advice, it is a warning. And it comes from the one person on Earth who knows exactly what happens when a teenage sprinter becomes the most talked about athlete in the world. On April 12, 2026, at the Australian Athletics Championships in Sydney, Gout Gout walked onto that track as a teenager with big times on paper. He left as something else entirely. He ran 19.67 seconds in the 200 meters. Wind was plus 1.7 meters per second, well inside the legal limit. That time broke his own national record of 20.02. It broke the previous world under 20 record of 19.69, and it put Gout one spot ahead of Usain Bolt on the all-time under 20 list. Here is the detail that stopped the sprint world cold. Bolt's best 200-meter time as a teenager was 19.93 seconds, run in 2004 when he was 17. Gout Gout, at 18, just went 0.26 seconds faster than that. Bolt did not run 19.67 or better until July 2008. He was nearly 22 years old. Before that day in Sydney, Gout had tried twice to run a legal sub-20. He ran 19.84 with too much tailwind. So when the scoreboard finally showed 19.67 with clean wind, Gout said there was a big weight off his shoulders. "I wrote down 19.75, he said after the race. For the past week, I told myself I'm running 19.75. And then 19.67 happened. You've got to love it." That time would have placed him third at the 2025 World Championships, fifth at the 2024 Paris Olympics. He is 18 years old. Now here is where this story gets deeper, because this is not just about a fast time. Stay with us. Usain Bolt was not quiet when that 19.67 dropped. He had been watching Gout Gout for a while. Back in September 2025, at the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo, Bolt spoke directly about the teenager before Gout's senior championship debut. "The talent that he's showing when I was young is the same thing," Bolt said. Then he said something that most headlines skipped over. "This is why I'm trying to advise him to be very careful in transition, because I had a tough time transitioning into the senior level." Bolt knows this firsthand. He won the World Junior 200-meter title at just 15 years old on home soil in Jamaica in Bosses 2002 in front of 36,000 fans. He held world age records at 15 and 16. Everyone called him the next great sprinter. And then he went to the senior circuit, and he did not win a single race, hamstring injuries. Bolt placed last in the 200-meter final at the 20x5 World Championships. Last. This is the man who went on to win 8 Olympic gold medals and hold the world record at 9.58 seconds. Here is what Bolt told CNN directly after that 19.67 in Sydney. "At that young age, because I was there, you start getting pulled left and right, and then you forget track and field. Hopefully, he has the right set of people who actually help to guide him and keep him focused on track and field. Because the rest of the stuff will always be there. But if you mess up on track and field, then it all goes away." He also described what the senior circuit felt like when he first arrived. "I remember coming out of high school going on the circuit. I felt like I was on top of the world because I was winning and running good. When I got on the circuit, I didn't win one race. That is not a small admission. That is Usain Bolt, the fastest human in history, telling you that raw speed at 17 or 18 does not prepare you for what comes next. Every time you step on that track, everybody is always looking for a fast time, always looking for you to do great." He also said something about the people around a young athlete that is easy to miss, but matters more than anything. Not every day is going to be a great day. Not every time you run, you're going to win. It's all about learning right now at a young age. How can I get better? How can I move forward? On June 10, 2026, Gout Gout made his Diamond League debut at the Bislett Games in Oslo, Norway. He faced Olympic champion Letsail Tebogo of Botswana, who called Gout a childhood hero of his own before the race. Gout ran 20.60 seconds. He finished 6th. nearly a full second off his 19.67 world record from 2 months earlier. Afterward, Gout was honest. "Definitely not what I imagined," he said. "I imagined victory myself, but I can't be disappointed. It's my first Diamond League. I'm going out here, having a bit of fun, and getting back to training. There's always pressure on me, but all I do is try my best. I love competing against the big boys, and I'll be back for sure." Compare that to what Bolt predicted back in April. "I know it's going to be an eye-opener. I hope it doesn't get him down, but motivate him to work even harder. In the first year, you will learn a lot and understand what you need to do to be better." Bolt called it, almost word for word. This is exactly what Bolt meant about the transition. The 19.67 told everyone what Gout Gout's ceiling could be. Oslo reminded everyone that the ceiling and the floor are not the same place. Here is where things get genuinely interesting for Gout Gout. He is the son of South Sudanese immigrants who moved to Australia 2 years before he was born. He grew up in Ipswich, Queensland, roughly 40 kilometers from Brisbane. Brisbane is hosting the 2032 Olympics. Gout will be 24 years old. That is the same age Usain Bolt was when he broke the 100-meter world record for the first time and won the sprint double in Beijing. The timing is almost too perfect to be real. The 2026 World Under-20 Championships in Eugene, Oregon, where Gout is planning to compete. Diamond League races. The 2028 Los Angeles Olympics. Years of development where the right coach, the right team, and the right mindset will matter more than any time on any scoreboard. Letsile Tebogo, who beat Gout in Oslo, had already said this about him months earlier. He can be one of the best. He could be in the history books if he continues with the hunger he has right now. He could go very far. Even the man who beat him is not counting him out. So let us go back to what we told you at the start. Usain Bolt just told Gout Gout the harsh truth. The truth is not that Gout is too young or too slow. The truth is that the hardest part of this journey is not the running. Bolt proved that. He was the most exciting teenage sprinter Jamaica had seen in a generation. And it still took him until age 22 to become the man the world knows him as today. The truth is that a 19.67 at 18 gets you attention. It gets you comparisons. It gets you pulled in every direction. And every time you step on a track from now on, the question will not be whether you are fast. The question will be whether you are fast enough today. What happens next depends entirely on whether he can do what Bolt told him to do. Find the right people, stay locked in, and understand that learning is not losing. That is the harsh truth Usain Bolt just told Gout Gout. And if Gout listens, we might be watching the start of something nobody has seen since 2008.
Yoshikazu Yamanishi of Japan for the half marathon race walk, Saron Burhi of Ethiopia for the women's under-20 indoor 1,500, and Cooper Lutkenhouse of the USA for the men's under-20 indoor 800. A big day for the sport. So what's next for Gout? This is where things get really fun. Remember how Gatlin told him to run fast outside Australia? Gout is about to do exactly that. On June 10, Gout will run at the Oslo Diamond League at the Bislett Games. This will be his first ever senior Diamond League race. And guess who he is racing? Letsail Tebogo, the man who won the 200 meters gold at the Paris Olympics. Tebogo has a personal best of 19.46, so this will be a real test on a big stage. Then on July 4, Gout will race Tebogo again at the Prefontaine Classic in Eugene, Oregon. After that, his main goal of the year comes in August. The World Under-20 Championships will be held in Eugene from August 5 to August 9. Gout wants to win gold there, just like Usain Bolt did at the 2002 World Juniors. Bolt won that race and then went on to break every record in the sport. Gout hopes to follow the same path. He even pulled out of the Glasgow Commonwealth Games this year, just so he can lock in on those U20 Worlds. That tells you how serious he is. One quick fact to leave you with. If Gout had run his 19.67 at the 2025 World Championships in Tokyo, he would have finished third. If he had run it at the 2024 Paris Olympics, he would have finished fifth. He is not just a junior star anymore.